Petey Two Finger here. We got this kitty surprise. It's a hideous looking thing. It was in the 50-cent bin. A lot of the stuffed animals that we get, we buy stuffed animals for our grandchildren and our pets. Our cat has a collection of stuffed monkeys, got somewhere around 35 of them. Anyway, this is a kitty surprise that we got. It had a Velcro pouch, and I opened that up, expecting to see a talk box, battery, power supply, and this was in there. Little Eat a Baby. So unbelievably cute. If you like that sort of thing. It purrs too. So yeah, the battery was dead on it. What I did, I carefully made an incision on the bottom with these scissors. These are German scissors. I looked them up. I paid 50 cents for these at a resale, and they're really nice. I cleaned them up and oiled them, and they were just really nice scissors. They had the name and model number, so I looked them up. They were either 37 or 27. I think they were $37 pair of scissors. So yeah, I love stuff like that. Why I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm telling you that, but man, do I look washed out in this light. So yeah, kitty surprise repair. This is the type of stuff I really don't like doing, but I'm gonna make a video about it anyway. Just to have the gumption, to have the I'm gonna save this thing from a landfill, and I'm not gonna go to Toys R Us and spend a lot of money. So we did the incision, pull it apart, and it's this miniature white thing. You push the push tabs in, and it pops out. There's a little green speaker module in there, and then a couple of button cell batteries on a PCB. And those button cell batteries were dead. So those got pushed out, pushed the button cells out, measured them. They were pretty much dead. I used a high-powered flashlight, an 18650 type flashlight, which now I don't have. I used it all through this project, and now it's not. Oh, here it is. These are the flashlights I really like to use. This is it's a Cree, C-R-E-E. This is an XM-LT6. So this uses a lithium-ion battery, and it's got a it'll do like a square, or you can adjust the it's on disco mode, but you can adjust the throw of it. It runs off of a single 18650 battery, and when the battery's new, they're really bright. Like they will harm your eyes. So this is the style battery. I highly recommend these. You could, if you don't have an 18650 flashlight, go on fasttech.com. Fasttech is the place to get your nice flashlight. I paid I think $4 for this, and then they have the little recharger unit, something like this, for a couple of bucks, and you can get the battery there too. I get my batteries out of laptop, USB laptop power supplies. Like there'll be the battery for the laptop. If you pull that out when it's dead, and you go around that with a razor a few times, you can pop it open, and then you'll find a bunch of these guys in there. So that's what all of our flashlights are 18650 flashlights. All the ones that we use to have a bunch of other flashlights. Now we only use these 18650 ones because they're just so much better. So under a lot of light, I was able to read what the button cell battery was and order some. They came today. I installed them, and in working with it, the the internal speaker cracked off of the mounting. And the wire is about as thin as a hair. So rather than flip out, I went through my collection of mini speakers. I've got some. This is what they look like, and there's a real thick gloop that's covering. They cover the. A lot of times on these, they cover the solder points with gloop. So you just solder right on that gloop, and it'll melt off of there, go off to the sides. Hooked up a couple of short extension wires. You can see those orange wires. Ran those in through the chassis, through the old speaker holes. Left the old speaker in there even though it was broken off. It needed to be in there to take up the space. And this has a spring back action because there's a little rubber contact switch, part of the PCB. And then the replacement speaker that I added on is held on with Dum Dum, or you could hot glue it. I've just got Dum Dum on it, which is Bishop tape. So I'm going to go ahead and I made the incision a little bigger, and I packed a lot of the foam padding inside of the kitty into its legs to give room, because this is a little bigger now. That's the problem. It's a little bit bigger. So basically, you know, I went from my heart just sinking because not only had I bought the thing, I had ordered the batteries. That was $1.50. So I had $2 into it, and then I was going to let it kick my ass and have to throw it away. So the lesson here is that even though the end product is going to be stitched up.
Oh, hi, baby. See, it's not real. It's a pretend. It's a pretend. It's not real. It's pretty bogus, fake thing that Daddy's playing with.
So yeah, the lesson here is you can't get emotional and you can't get angry when, because I really didn't think I was going to be able to pull this off. I thought I screwed the pooch when the speaker came off of there. I couldn't believe, because I was really careful with it. I do not really know how to do this. I put this through here.
Yeah, and then when you pull that through the eye of the needle, it's through the needle.
We don't say that.
Do you understand? How's that?
I got it. Look at that. Okay, so now my favorite time I get to practice what my home economics skills. I was never taught how to do this, and my needle and thread skills are non-existent. And yet, somebody refuses to do it.
Because even though I had home ec, you do a better job than me.
Do I?
I think.
Yeah.
You have better eyes.
This would be something that, oh, do I?
You do. Well, for nearsighted stuff, yeah.
This would be something where I would prefer if I was drinking. So, yeah, I'm going to be stitching up the kitty surprise here. Hopefully it's not going to take unbelievably long. And again, I mean, it's not perfect. It's going to have a kind of a sloppy stitching job on the bottom. It's going to be a little bit bigger because I added an external speaker. From breaking off the connections on the internal speaker, which I was unable to repair because the wire is so it's like finer than frog's hair, that wire. So to me, getting, like if this was for my kid and I saw that somebody went to that amount of effort to repair it, it would be ultimately more precious that it had been repaired, that somebody had serviced it, you know, and that just makes it that much more cooler. And I know that my he's had enough of that. My daughter is actually expecting a girl. When is that supposed to happen? End of October?
Beginning to middle.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be grandpa again.
Like, it could be like 2 months from now.
So this will make a nice little kitty surprise. Nice little gift for our new wonderful granddaughter. And I know that my daughter isn't one to turn her nose up at something that's been repaired. She totally gets it, and is that type of bargain hunter herself. Now, that's not to say that she's cheap and she's not ever going to buy her kids anything new. She's more sensible and less cheap than I am about this stuff, and I think Donna as well. We're pretty bad about not caring if it's secondhand, simply because we don't really have a choice. So these are the type of skills that it's good to hone these type of skills if you're on a budget. It's good to learn how to repair stuff, and really the first step, I mean, it's not going to repair itself. The first step is opening it up and diagnosing it. That's how you fix stuff. You have to get a screwdriver, or in this case, get a scissors, cut it open, and look at it and see what's going on with this thing. And in this case, initially what started off as a battery failure, ultimately I damaged the unit. So, there was really no way around that. It was like I kind of had to open it up to see what battery was in it. And I think if I maybe would have had the battery at that time, maybe I wouldn't have broken it. I don't know. I stored it well. It was stored, I think I stored it well. It was stored in a baggie inside the stuffed animal that it came in. So I don't exactly know how I could have avoided breaking it so much. What I do know is that I'm putting the last stitch in it now, and it's more annoying than I thought it would be. So there we go.